This is Bridget Rau with Divine Essentials. Alright, we're gonna do a reading, like a general reading here, but to find out like what's going on karmically in your connection. So this can be for those of you who are dealing with karmic situations, like either your person's married in a karmic situation like that, or what karma is in your connection, like what type of contracts. There could be drinking, you know, just bad behaviors, playing like sexual stuff, like the devil energy. What karma is impacting your connection, and like how can we fix it? And there will be an extended version for those of you who are really resonating with the message, because it is general. So if it sounds, you know, like I'm picking up on parts of your story, there'll be an extended part to find out like what this person has to say to you about all of this, and then where's it all going? Okay, is this gonna get better? But we're gonna start off with Divine Feminine, and we'll just see what's going on like karmically right now for Divine Feminine. I do have I have masculine and feminine energies here, so we're gonna start off with Divine Feminine. I'm using the Goddess and Sirens for Divine Feminine, and then the Gods and Titans for Divine Masculine. And I also have some other decks out that I'll... Alright, Justice. How perfect is that? So, in the tarot, like whenever I see the Justice card, I think of karma. So I feel like right now, Divine Feminine, you may be releasing a lot of that karma. We have Ixchel here with release. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of yours was surrounding fear and power, not having enough power, not standing in your power, not standing strong in on your own energy. So you may be releasing a lot of that aspect of yourself that's just been maybe like a pushover, or just like an empath, somebody that like lets others kind of take manipulative power over you. And so you could have been strategically planning your escape out of things. So again, you may be fearful like in a marriage to leave it behind and to release it and to stand in your own power, maybe because of money, maybe because of children. You know, karma doesn't always have to come along with nasty, bad energy. Sometimes karma is the fact that we've had children in a relationship with somebody that we no longer want to be there. And then other times it's we're in a toxic relationship that we're having issues breaking out of, or we're just stuck, you know. And this can be your friends, this can be your family, this can be you just needing to release and stand back in your power to overcome the fear. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been planning it so that you can go home, you know, in what it is that you perceive home. And I feel like a lot of the Divine Feminines, it's like you've always had an idea about what home was, like your end game, like what is your Ten of Pentacles, what is your Ten of Cups, what is going to give you that emotional fulfillment. And it's like you've always been searching for home, but no matter where you are, you don't really have it. You may have always felt like you didn't really belong with the people that you were surrounded with. But I do feel like magic is here for you, and you're starting to come into this place of balance and equality. And you could be really tapping into the inner child and having fun and just really stepping into that divine power of yourself. So that's going to make you irresistible. That's going to make you beautiful. The more that you're loving yourself, that's causing people to see you in that light of the Nine of Pentacles. You could have a lot of people who are offering you new beginnings, or you could just be even like aligning with your career or what your purpose is, and it's just this whole new beginning of love. And it's like you've released what you needed to release. You're having fun again, and if not, I feel like this is where you're headed. Okay, so if you're still stuck in those karmic things that are keeping you from really enjoying this or feeling this energy of I'm now in my total power, I'm now attracting the relationship of my dreams, like the career of my dreams, I'm loving myself in a way that makes me irresistible and beautiful. Okay, so it does basically feel like a lot of the Divine Feminines, the karma for you has just been to like break out of the control and manipulation of others around you and just start loving yourself in a way to know that you're valuable enough that you don't have to deal with things like that. And you could have even dealt with that in your connections with your counterparts. You know, you could have been treated in ways that didn't really reflect your value, and it's probably because you didn't see yourself as valuable enough. So maybe you set up dynamics where this person didn't treat you very valuable, because if you can't see it in yourself, the people around you will struggle to treat you that way, or to know how to treat you in that way, because you don't even know what it is that you expect to be having done for yourself. So for divine masculine, we have leadership. So karmically, I feel like what the issue there is that they haven't been standing as like in their complete power. We also have perfection. So I feel like a lot of them could, it feels like they've been searching for perfectionism in the wrong things, like maybe getting caught up in their ego, like their body or their money or what they have or who they control or how they control different aspects of their life, controlling their feelings, you know, looking for perfection in things that don't matter, you know, and not seeing things from the perspective of the ego, of rising up to that higher perspective to realize that you're perfect as you are. It's not something you have to search out. And when they're in that energy, they do lead others because it's like you're not, it's like a more humble place. It's tapping into wisdom. So I really feel like the masculines just needed to come into that wisdom and understanding that they're perfect divine beings as they are. And that's what's going to help them to lead others. That's what's going to help them to take the lead in their life. That's what's going to help them to understand the deeper concepts of the world and to understand the mysteries of life, like as to why we're here. And, you know, there's got to be more than just getting up, working, and then, you know, eat, sleep, repeat. It's basically, we're here to live and we're here to be in alignment with ourselves and to tap into that ancient wisdom, to tap back into the magic. So I also feel with skill coming through here, some of them could have been like, the karma could have been like what they do for a job. Maybe they've been really distracted, or maybe they didn't feel good about their job, or it just took up all their time. You know, or they could have, some of you could be dealing with people that are unemployed and just really struggling to find where they belong. And they, again, it's that lack of tapping into that wisdom and skill inside to take that leadership into the perfect job. But they could be searching for things that are not really perfect for them, or doing things that aren't perfect for them and don't reflect that energy inside of them. So like these, you know, divine masculine isn't supposed to be like told what to do. Like they should be the leader. They should be like running the show and on their own. We also have shape-shifting here, so I feel like some of them could have been back and forth a little bit, you know, in and out. One minute they're invested in you, they love you, and the next minute they're gone, and you don't have a clue as to where they are, you know, and they could have felt like that within themselves too. Maybe one day they did want to be near you, and they do feel that pull towards you, and they do love you, and the next day they're running from it and hiding from it. Yeah, look at, we got love, sacrifice, and inventiveness. I feel for a lot of you, you know, this person could have sacrificed love because of other ideas inside of their head. It was like they've got other ideas inside of their head about what they should be focusing on or what they should be doing, and it's like a distraction. Or they could just feel like they can't have this type of love, you know, sacrificing love and just feeling like they're not in alignment with it at this time. So they're getting inventive on different reasons. I feel like there's been different reasons, and what's interesting is they have power as well. So neither of you are standing in your divine power. Neither of you are in the alignment with the true abundance and of this love and of this connection, because if you were, you'd be in it together. So I feel like that's just been an issue here, is people have been destroying what's beautiful, and we saw that divine feminine was beautiful, right? So it's like masculine's energy here could be really destroying the feminine's beauty by not standing in their power, by just, you know, focusing on all these other ideas and sacrificing love. And so that's really had caused, you know, because when divine feminine, when they do this to you, it brings you down. And I'm not saying you're not beautiful, but it was like, it was hard for you to shine your beautiful light when you're in pain, and it's hard for you to stand in your power when your masculine's not in the power, because they're supposed to be the leader here. And it's been messed up since all of us got here. That's what we're trying to do. Feminine's leading the masculines back into power, back into being able to lead in a way that is healing and conducive, like protecting and serving and delivering love, you know, and seeing that beauty. We also have inquiry here, so I feel like a lot of them, it's just been that they've been too logical. Focus and inquiry, you know, that inventiveness, it's like they've just been stuck in their heads. They haven't been allowing themselves to really feel the power and beauty of love. They let that go so they could, you know, be stuck in the mind. And so feminine, you're leading them back into the emotions, back into their feeling body, which is how that's going to lead them into their power, and that's how that's going to lead them in love. That's how they're going to be the one that is able to show up and support you in love and protect you and just be there. We also have sleep here, so some of you, this person could have been sleeping with other people or sleeping around or just sleeping with you and then disappearing on you. I feel like that could have been an issue, but I'm also picking up that some of them have been like, because it's hypnosis here, I feel like for some they've been like brainwashed through society and through other people's, like, what the idea of cool is or what the idea of perfect is. They've been looking for the wrong idea of perfection. They've been running from the wrong things, and they've been shifting out of alignment with being this true divine masculine in their power, and, you know, taking the lead in their lives and standing strong in love. So it's been some stuff going on for you guys. Let's grab this deck and see what else is going on, like, for both of you. So, like, what else karmically have you guys been dealing with? Oh, one fell out. Maximus, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? So again, neither of you were standing in your power. And on the bottom is transform the way you see. Neither of you are standing in your power, and neither of you seeing things fully in alignment with what you're supposed to be seeing. I feel like that was the karma here. So in the past, you may have wore a blindfold, like the feminine may have wore a blindfold in regards to her, like, value and her worth and how she was going to allow others to treat her and how she was going to show up. And you could have been, again, in that masculine energy, chasing after somebody, trying to get their attention, trying to shower them with your love and gifts and all of this stuff that was just pushing them away from you. But again, instead of feeding yourself, you were trying to feed them. And for them, I feel like they were wearing a blindfold and just running from love because of the way it was being presented to them. Because if they're supposed to be in their true masculine energy, they can't be in their masculine energy if their feminine is in the masculine energy, you know, so it's going to repel them. So it was like those things needed to shift. That was part of the karma. That's masculine needing to step into the role of going after. And it's not, I'm not saying they need to shower her with gifts and things like that, but they need to be the one that is able to pursue and, like, come towards this person, want to give to this person, and this person needs to allow them to give. But also I feel like some of them were running because they had nothing to give at that point. So, and there was no room for them to give, so they had to just go and look, open your arms. So it's really about both of you needing to open your arms to give and receive. And it's time to lead. So yeah, there was a power struggle here with the both of you. Again, we saw power in both piles. It's like feminines, you've been trying to take the lead of this show, and you need to be leading them into love rather than forcing it on them, or like taking the lead in your own value, your own worth, so that they could see it in you, and they need to do the same. So as you're taking the lead in the healing process and stepping back away from this, you're actually showing them how to heal and how to take the lead in their own life. And then they can return to you and take the lead in the romantic aspect of, you know, coming towards you and presenting their love, cultivating love. Look at that. And it says everything in perfect balance on the next one. So, oh my goodness. These three, look. Alright, so cultivating love, everything in perfect balance. So when you come into that perfect balance, you guys will have that love. You'll be able to share it together. It'll be easier. And we have love in the darkness and compassion for others. So this love is there, but because of that imbalance, because of that karma, because of people not standing in their true power, their divine light, it's been hidden, it's been locked away, it's been underneath that shadow. And so you need to tap back into that compassion for yourselves, which will help you have compassion for each other, and to free yourself from these karmic energies, free yourself from the solitude of being alone. And also it says alone but not lonely. So it's like you're always inside of each other. So like when you're searching for this person outside of you, or searching after them, you know, like what do they want? Where are they at? What are they doing? Like when you're searching in that energy, it's like you're looking for them outside of you. You need to go within and realize that they are inside of you because they are you. You share that vibration. You share that soul. You can communicate with each other. There's a telepathic connection. When you go to sleep, you connect with each other there. So you need to start reprogramming and hypnosing yourselves into this energy of freeing yourselves from realizing that this person's been there all along, and being compassionate and understanding that you've both had different perspectives along the way here, and it's about feeding yourselves so that you can feed each other and grow this love in balance and in harmony, and allowing yourselves to take lead in the appropriate roles as a feminine and masculine. opening up and transforming that perspective. So let's see, how can you like help to heal this connection, Divine Feminine? How can you help to heal the connection, Divine Feminine? I've got the Soulful Woman deck, and this was Magick of You Oracle. They will be listed down below, but I know sometimes it's like, which one is it? So, and I'm using a lot. So Soulful Woman is the one I'm using now, and I have just used the Magick of You. Alright, Divine Feminine. You've got infinite self. My infinite self dwells in the sweetness of this very moment, and then enlightenment power. I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. So it's about you tapping into the higher consciousness, going within, like I was just saying, and realizing that you've been seeking something outside of yourselves that's been inside of you all along. Holy crap, the next one is loving from the inside. It is a blessing to give myself the gift of my own presence. So this is really about stop chasing after, stop searching, stop looking outside of yourself, and start going within and understanding your infinite connection. Start getting alignment with your purpose and your mission here too. You know, start like trying to use your power for good, other than wondering and worrying about where somebody else is at or what's going on, you know, in regards to romance. It's about aligning with your higher mission and your higher purpose. And look, service as co-creation. So like right now, like the Amazon is on fire and nobody's doing anything about it. That's something that we could, as Divine Feminines, bring awareness to and try to work together. Like I've been trying to figure out like how I can do something with the channel because it reaches so many people. But it's like, I know the only way I'm really going to reach a large amount of people is if I do like the sex readings. And that's kind of shitty if you think about it. The fact that in order for more than like 30,000 people to see it, I've got to talk about sex. And that just shows where the collective consciousness is at. So we really need to get back into that service. My service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co-creation with the world. So we really need to start tapping into that and healing this collective consciousness so that people are aligning with the right thing and they're not looking for perfection in the wrong images. They're not, you know, all about one thing or their egos or how they look or what they can do for somebody or what they can't do. You know, we need to get out of that energy and into saving Mother Earth and protecting her. We also have boundaries. My clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. So, again, this is that energy I was talking about earlier where you were giving away your power. And it's not just with the person that you're dealing with romantically. It's with everybody, your friends, your family, you know, work, whatever it is that you do. Even for me, like my boundaries get pushed all the time with the work that I do. So you need to make sure that because again, if we're not fully healed, the people around us aren't going to be fully healed. And sometimes as healers, we attract wounded people to us just because they feel that vibration. Or we attract narcissists to us who know that they can, you know, try to manipulate. So when we have these strong boundaries in place, we're in that Nine of Pentacles energy again, when we know our value and our worth, we are in much better position to be our true self and to be in connection to our service and to be doing our divine work rather than focusing on things outside of us so much. And then appreciation, and start appreciating where you're at, because gratitude and appreciation is what brings us more abundance into our lives, which puts us more into that Nine of Pentacles energy of standing in abundance and like this strong divine feminine power. Knowing your value and worth also brings you value and worth from the outside. So it's like these things go hand in hand. The more you're in alignment with your inner self, the more you're balanced, the more you're feeling this appreciation for all of the good that exists in your here and now. It's going to expand it and expands your awareness to all that is good in the universe. So you can start like, and that's the thing with like the rainforest, like people need to be sending good vibrations there, imagining that the fires are out, like, and hopefully getting somebody's attention that can actually send some help in some way. I know that we have things that we can use to help it. But we need to start like imagining that reality. What does this planet look like free of pollution? What does this planet look like free of war and pain and suffering and hunger and all of those things that a lot of us take for granted in our day-to-day lives? And we need to just allow ourselves to get back into that energy of appreciating the fact that you got air in your lungs. And I know sometimes people get into that energy of like, or they want to die because this person's not there, or they struggle in their work because, you know, their thoughts are constantly focused on love. So this love-based reality, I am soul nurtured when I surround myself with friends and family who support a love-based reality. So because this person's not there isn't the end of the world. It doesn't mean that you can't keep breathing and living and growing and expanding and helping and feeling empowered. Like, the more you give and the more you do that, like, makes an impact on this world and people, the better you're going to feel about yourself, regardless of where your counterpart's at. As if you can go to bed at night knowing that you did something to help somebody, it makes you feel a lot better, regardless of who's around you. And when you surround yourself by these people, you attract these people, and you attract this vibration within yourself. So as you rise up into that vibration, you're leading your masculine into that similar vibration. You lead by example, by loving yourself and surrounding yourself, and by making a big impact to help others. You're showing them the way on how to do that, into that flow of coming out of that idea of false perfectionism. And it's not just a man or a woman. We all have that energy inside of us. We all are divine feminine and masculine. We just tap into the different energies at different times. And usually the women are running around more so in a feminine energy, but it doesn't keep them from doing masculine things. A lot of us messed up in the beginning of these relationships by being too much in our masculine energy. And now we need to tap into that divine feminine flow and show them the way there. And I am seeing dream seeds here too. So I do feel like when you go to bed at night, you are connecting with this person. So also tap into that, you know, time, because everybody's like ego is off, you know. It's like there's a less resistance, there's more of this openness, the veil is lifted, you can connect with this person, sometimes you make love with this person, and it's like this is an opportunity to talk to this person. So astral travel would be very beneficial to you, because you could actually travel to that person, communicate with them, make love to them, do whatever you want with them, but you can do it in a high vibration, and you can help the connection while you travel there. Communicate with them, tell them the things you haven't been able to tell them, or hear the things they haven't been able to tell you. Because when you're in there, it's literally wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. If you want to go to the freaking moon, go to the moon. It's you controlling the dream and the consciousness that is connected through all beings that quantum physics has proved. So it's just allowing yourself to utilize a part of your mind that we don't usually like tap into that often. And you can do this through meditation as well. It's the intention that gets us there. It says, I nurture my dream seeds with love and appreciation and allow them to unfold in their own time. So it's also about not like forcing this again in the physical. It's like and using this for what I was talking about too, like envisioning that earth in a better vibration, envisioning your relationship in a better vibration, envisioning yourself in a better vibration. See yourself receiving, see yourself growing, see yourself healing, see the planet coming together, and just reflecting the reality that you want to live within. And as you do it, you start to see it ripple out into your life, and it does change things. And the more that you're in that vibration, the more that you're doing that, the more it's going to come to you, the more you're going to attract. And listen to your body, okay? Whatever your body's telling you, like we all pick up on vibrations. Some of you may be like feeling like sick towards certain foods. You could be having stomach issues, just anxiety. Whatever your body is telling you, you need to listen to it. And it may act up around certain people or certain places or certain things, but you need to start listening to that part of yourself because it's guiding you. And when that's happening to you, when your body is like I had done a reading, and my eye, it was like I was connecting to this energy, and in my eye got like this wicked sharp pain in it, and it was horrible. And I knew it was connected to the person I was asking about, because they weren't seeing things clearly. They had a blindfold on, but they were being manipulated by somebody. So it was like I was getting, like, it felt like I was having a knife stabbed into my eye. But that's my body talking to me, telling me something, and as soon as I delivered that message, that pain was gone. So some of you could even be receiving intuitive messages that you're needing to deliver to either the collective or to your friends or your family or to whoever you're around, and doing that and embracing that, because as you embrace that change, you're gonna unfold change in your world. More and more things are going to come together. So just trust what your body is telling you to do at this time. And for the masculine energy, I brought out the Precious Gems Oracle to see, you know, what comes through for them that they can do, or what you can do if you're the divine feminine within a feminine masculine connection, what you can do to help the masculine energy inside of yourself, and the intention to set for them to help heal them. And, you know, masculines, you can do the same for your feminines with like the stuff I was just talking about, if you want to go back and listen to that again, and how you can just set the intention to help them do that through your own dreaming. Okay, we have learning and emotional purity here. So I feel like the masculine energy needs to learn more right now on how to clear and purify their emotions, and how to clear and purify their desires. I feel like a lot of them may have, like, you know what I'm noticing, the green eyes here? Some of them could be jealous about things. Some of them could be like, again, because I'm seeing this yellow energy, which is connected to our solar plexus. Like, they could be seeing others as having something better than them, or just being jealous of something, or maybe they're jealous that you're married to somebody else, or whatever. Like, I'm seeing this green eyes, which is, for me, that jealousy energy. And I feel like that's causing impurities within the emotions. It's like they could even be trying to be controlling with this energy, I feel like, because this is that power again. They may be like kind of a control freak over their jealousy. So maybe they try to hide it, or they could be like upset by certain things that you do, or certain things people do in their life that cause this to come out inside of them. So it's like they try to like make it so that doesn't happen, which does feel really like dark, but they need to learn how to clear that. And also I'm picking up some of them could have like those desires, again, that would fuel the ego, like a sexual desire to be with somebody, and that's going to be emotional, like, because it's not stable, which is the next card, stability. So they're not tapping into stable relationships. And this is orange, which is sacral, which is our relationships. So they have no stability in their relationships, no love in their relationships. They're getting jealous and triggered by things about other people, or just like they could have like just something in their world that they don't feel like they have enough of, or that they're not good enough at. So it's like they have this. They may not be consciously jealous of others, but I feel like they are inwardly feeling like unempowered, or that they need more, that they need to become better. This has got to be perfect. Again, that perfectionism energy that we had. It's like their focus is on the wrong way of perfection, and it's coming from an ego-fueled place. So they need to tap into stability within their relationships, and they need to clear their emotions away and learn how to keep those things. You know, and I feel like they're also just learning by experiencing this stuff, because they're going to start realizing like they're not being fulfilled, they're not happy. Look at meaningful dreams. Like they don't have a bright future. They don't have a clue as to where they're going or what's going to happen when they get there. And that's kind of like not a great place to be. And this energy here, I'm actually picking up like the heart chakra, because green is also connected to our heart. But you notice like the color here, it's like that maleficent color, and over here it's like that emerald color. And so it's funny because earlier I noticed that my emerald, my raw emerald, actually is shaped like a heart, and it is this color. Look at that. So I feel like they need to come into their heart and to figure out from their heart center, from their emotions, what they want for their future. I also, again, feel like that dream time is important right now for people with the meaningful dreams. So they need to pay attention to their dreams. I feel like they could be connecting with you in their dreams, or they could be just receiving guidance and messages while they're asleep, or the two of you could be, you know, that could be a good way for the feminine to send this healing and stability to them, to give them that like loving nurturing, to show them what it would be like to have that, like, instead of just, to have this peace, to have peace be their truth. This is blue, this is our throat chakra, and to show them with their third eyes through dreaming what it would be like to have that peace and that stability, to have a pure love where somebody is, you know, you're going to have like things other people desire. It's like you're finally going to have what you've been searching for, but looking for in all the wrong places, or in all the wrong people, in the people who had no purity, who had no truth, who had no dignity, or, you know, they were just focused on money or greed or bullshit that doesn't matter. Like, oh, you got to look perfect. You got to have the perfect this. You got to have enough of that. You got to, you know, this got to be the best of the line, the top of the this. You know, I like nice shit, but it ain't on the top of my list of things that I care about, you know? And I feel like that may be some issues here. And it's like, you need to show them that how much easier it is to not give a shit about that, and how much easier it is to attract those things and to feel that way when you're coming from that place of having meaning in your life. So showing them that. And then we have generosity here, and I'm picking up Lyran energy from this. As you're generous to them in your dream time, and as they realize, like, being generous in love rather than in ego or karma is what's going to give them the successful love that's going to make their heart, you know, grow. And this is Malachite energy, which is divine feminine energy. So I feel like divine feminines need to show the masculines what it's like to have somebody in their world who's truly genuine, who does care, who has that generosity to give to them something of meaning, something of peace, to show them a way of living that they may have not have really noticed before, and to give them that clarity, that healing. So also sending love, and like trying to send like set your intention to like clear out their sacral energy center. Like imagine yourself like pulling out all of this stuff that they've had all put up in there from other lovers or from crappy relationships from this lifetime, you know, whatever negative stuff happened between the two of you, whatever's stuck in there, just imagine yourself pulling it out of them and bringing peace to that sacral area, clearing it out so that they can bring room in to have a healthy relationship. Yeah, they need you to protect them. Okay, and this is for me like that energy. Oh, and you know what's funny? I didn't even notice. There are crystals listed on these, but I wasn't reading them. I was going off like my own. So Sapphire and Star Sapphire are here. That's interesting that those are the two that I picked up. So those may be meaningful energies that you could call in. I have a video on how to open the vortex on the Divine Essentials channel. Something just fell. And it will teach you how to open the vortex. And when I open the vortex, I always infuse different energies into it. So you could call in, if you don't want to buy the crystals, you know, call in these energies into the vortex while you're doing the healing on their, you know, sacral. And then here, I feel like with the protection, this needs to connect to their root, sending protection to their root chakra, which is where they're connected to the physical world, their basic needs, their safety, survival. That type of energy is going to help to give them that power and that energy that they need, that boost to clear out the stuff that's keeping them from having the successful love with you. And it is emerald on this one. What is the other one with the green? Green jade. So even any of the green vibrations, or just sending that color, like, you know, envisioning green going into them, you know, from head to toe. Like usually when I do healing, I imagine like I'm touching them from head to toe or filling them with something from head to toe, you know, all over their body. However I'm guided to do it, I just trust and I just go. And I always get confirmation and synchronicity connected to it afterwards. Sometimes it's numbers, sometimes it's energy, sometimes it's symbols, sometimes it's colors, sometimes it's crystals, sometimes it's dolphins, sometimes it's the Pleiadians. It's always something different, but it's like that kindred energy that they're needing. So kindred spirits, you two are connected, and they need you to help them if you are the divine feminine. And divine masculines, call on your feminines to help you, you know, with that passion that they have for you. They're going to hear you. They're going to hear your child calling out to them for this help, you know, to give you that protection and to help you. Like, even in the physical, like, I feel like if you called out to your feminine, she would like nurture you and love you, protect you, hold you, you know, just give you that energy exchange that is needed. I feel like they need that. So imagine yourself just like wrapping your arms around them and protecting that little child inside of them and showing them a new way, like that, you know, things outside of us aren't as important as the knowledge inside of us, is having that yin-yang balance in our lives. You can't be, you know, by yourself masculine all the time. You can't be by yourself feminine all the time. You got to tap back into both of those aspects. And there's nothing wrong with being in a feminine energy if you're a man, and there's nothing wrong with being in a masculine energy if you're a woman. But we need to start learning how to do them in the appropriate ways so that we can bring good fortune into our lives, so that we can have that ultimate abundance and that ultimate connection with somebody that is going to fulfill us and bring us that stability and that healing, that happiness, that joyfulness. All right. So I'm just going to grab a couple of messages from the Tarot of Dreams, and then I will go deeper into this. So what do we want to close up with here about this connection for these people? Like, what's going on, you know, right now for these people? Like, what can we focus on? What kind of messages do we need to hear? So I've got the Knight of Cups, oh, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Coins, and the Moon. I'm picking up that whatever, I feel like, I don't know when the new moon is, but I feel like when this new moon hits, this is going to be a good opportunity to do a lot of this subconscious, unconscious, divine feminine work that I was talking about. And I'm not sure why. Okay, I don't know like what moon it is, but for whatever reason, I feel like it's really going to help to tap into that part. So like going into the dream time, going into the astral realm, going into the higher dimensions, and tapping into the unconscious of your person to help them, and maybe even like receive apologies or give apologies, because I'm sure there's things you can apologize to about and receive from, you know, I'm sure you both can apologize to each other for certain things. And then with the Knight of Cups, this is love, like making offers, and I feel like by tapping into this energy, you're slowly helping to bring this into the physical world, because the Pentacles is connected to our physical reality, but the Knight of Pentacles is pretty slow, but he's the only one that actually comes through with these things. So I feel like the more you're working in this energy, like the more steady you're bringing this person around to bring that physical love offer, to bring that physical communication of an apology, and that's going to bring you to your Palace of Pentacles, which is the best place to be. You know, it's like that nurturing, loving, abundant home with those two people in there that I've been talking about all night that are going to love each other and be an emperor and be in their true divine masculine energy and have the passion of a new beginning with somebody that is their, you know, person that's meant to be there to nurture them. And the Knight of Pentacles, you know, this is his end game. This is where he ends up. And this is very similar to that Ten of Pentacles energy, where it's like everything you've ever dreamed of and wanted, whatever that is for you, that's where you're all headed. You know, this is where we want to go. So I feel like the more that we tap into this energy, the easier it's going to be to get to this palace. So what I'm going to do is jump over to Vimeo, and I'm going to find out, you know, what does this person have to say to you? What can you expect over these next 4 weeks? And then the final outcome of the relationship. Are you going to really get here? You know, is this communication coming? Is it coming soon? Is it coming later? You know, what's going on here? So if you want to join me, that link will be down below. If not, thank you for joining me this far. I hope that this assisted you. You can hit like, comment, subscribe. If you want a private reading, I'm on a waiting list until the beginning of October. And everything else that you need to know about me is down below. So thank you guys very much. In Mune, namaste.